Welcome, Sachin ji. It's a pleasure having you on our webinar today.
Good afternoon and good evening, and many thanks to UDYAMITA Helpline and for giving me this opportunity to represent one of my most favorite and interesting topic, that is how to do export and import without any major investment, without any office and other things to keep. This means that we are willing to start the business of export and import with little investment, but yes, we need to be aware of so many things happening around our industry, especially the geopolitical things, the trend in the market things, and what is the global economical relationship between the two countries, and so many things. This is one of the most interesting topic for me because I've been doing export and import for the last 29 and a half years. Yes, 29 and a half years. I started my business career with this line, and even since I've traveled to so many countries, attended so many trade shows, met a lot of clients overseas and within the premises also. So yes, export import industry is the one thing that we should be looking at, because Indian products, the make in India and the made in India things, and a lot of other things in India and in the Indian market are being so produced and which are in great demand in overseas.
Thank you, Sachin ji, for your lovely introduction. And I think we are all set to start. So the session is in your hand now. We are all excited to gain more insights and knowledge regarding the topic.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin ji.
So now here we are to discuss how to do export and import business without any office, investment and experience. This means that we are going to start the business of export and import only with little expenditure, with as much experience we have, and distinguishing the right type of products which we are going to export or import, and into the right market. Right market means that the commodity we are planning to export should be visible in only the country where it has a demand, when it has a greater demand. And the investment means that we are going to do the business with little investment. This means that we are not going to do any factory setup, no office setup, no warehouse setup, and so there is not too much of expenses involved in it. That means that with a little investment or zero investment, we can start the business. Yes, we can do it with zero investment also. And yes, for the experience, we are always there to share the insights we have, all the experience we have been holding for the last many years, and regarding the products, regarding the country, regarding the norms, regulations, and import export things. So now this is the introduction for the today's session, which we have already discussed. Today's session we are going to discuss about the current scenario of the import and the export industry. Then we are going to discuss about the 100. Yes, we are going to discuss about a lot of products which are in high demand and which have high margin products. That means that we are not going to be sending those products or getting those products which are in high competition. Everyone is not selling those products. So we are going to be very specific and very niche market products we are going to discuss. Then we are also going to discuss some very unique products that have a secret demand in the foreign market. This means that these products have not been highly identified and not too many people are exporting them. And yes, definitely, since there are few people exporting them, so the client market is also untapped. Then we are also going to discuss the 30 products that we are going to import. Yes, we are also going to discuss the import plans. The importation of India, of the products into India, comes from European countries, American countries, Chinese, and even from Australia and Africa. Then we are going to discuss all the important steps and the necessary steps which are involved, and the export and import business. Yes, export and import business is a really intricate business. Like the domestic business, it's very easy. As you see, you can easily buy any product or sell any product. But yes, when it comes to the export and import business, this is a really business which you need to get your hands-on experience. And now we are going to discuss that without a lot of experience, how you can increase your business and straight away get into the export and import business. Lastly, we are going to discuss any queries and questions which you may have, and then always you can get in touch with our team for any queries later on also. And today also, if you have any queries, please feel free to get in touch. Now, the current scenario of the export and industry and import industry is like the export performance. Now, the export performance means that the Indian merchandise export showed resilience despite the economic global slowdown. After the corona and the pandemic, we saw a lot of industries closing down. And yes, we also saw a lot of opportunity for the existing businesses to grow up. In 2023, sectors such as the pharmaceuticals, the medical companies, the vials, and so many other things, the textiles, chemicals, and engineering goods saw steady demand overseas, especially from the regions from like the USA. Yes, USA has been a major Indian business partner. We are exporting so many things from India and importing so many things from US. And Europe, yes, Europe have been always been a steady importer of Indian products. And yes, the Middle East, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, and the other Middle East countries, and then the Far East countries have also been recognized as a highly potential for Indian exports. Now, the government push for the Make in India products and initiatives such as the production linked incentive, which we call the PLI scheme, has now started to yield results, encouraging local manufacturing for export. Many of the local manufacturers previously didn't have the exposure or the right country or the right market for which they can export their products. Now, with so many FTAs and trade agreement between many countries, it's become easy for the Indian exporters to recognize the market and ship their product directly. Now, we are also going to discuss the import trends. India continued to import critical raw materials, particularly crude oil, electronics, and machinery. Energy prices remain volatile. As you know, the diesel and the fuel prices are always going up and down, and this has impacted the trade balance. When the fuel prices go up, India is totally reliant on the crude oils, so the import goes up and the export goes down. Then the import of the high-tech goods, including the semiconductors, which we use in the mobile and laptops and so many cars and other things, machinery, mobile components, as you know, are all imported. These are really significant as very big clients, companies like Samsung and Apple have been coming to India to make their products and export to overseas market as well as for the domestic market. This is all reflecting for the demand for the infrastructure growth, digital transformation, and industrial expansion. We have been seeing a lot of infrastructure growth like the roads, the airports have been increasing, the rail transportation have been increasing, the waterways is increasing, and the sea transport is also increasing. Digital transformation, as you can always all see around, it's very easier to send money and receive money with a click of a mobile. And yes, industrial expansion have also been there. A lot of new industries have come up, which was previously not possible in India. Now, the trade balance. The trade balance is particularly of a great interest to me because it involves a lot of economic and a lot of commerce. Trade balance is something that which we should be concerned because the trade deficit, when it goes up, India begins to feel the pressure of it. Now, the gap between the export and import is widening in some quarters. This was driven by the higher energy cost. Even the non-oil imports like gold also contributed to the deficit. The government has focused on improving export infrastructure and reducing the trade imbalance by promoting exports of high value goods like the gold jewelry has been exported for a long time, and other high value goods are also exported. Now we can also focus on the regional and the new markets. India's trade agreements with countries and blocs like the UAE, that's we call the India UAE SEPA, and Australia, like the India-Australia Free Trade Agreement in 2003, and also with other countries, it's in the process. So maybe in the coming few months or years, we can see free trade agreements with many countries like European countries, even Far East countries, and maybe North American countries. This will bring up new opportunities, open new markets, and untapped resources will be available for the Indian exporters in the coming months. Now, the sectors like agriculture products, the textile and services. Yes, with the services, we include the IT sector, all the apps development, all the banking sectors, and so many other things where India have a big command. They are also in big demand for overseas. Now, we can also see the impact of the global factors. The ongoing effects of the pandemic, as you have seen that we haven't fully recovered with the pandemic. So many things are still impacted by the pandemic, which has a huge impact in all the markets worldwide. Inflationary pressures like the pressures of bringing up the cost, with the fuel prices going up, the energy prices going up, and other things which creates a pressure on the prices. And then the geopolitical tensions, as you know, that the Russia-Ukraine war and the other wars are going up, which impacts the economy and the prices, and the supply chain have been distracted, the shipping costs are increased, and the demand for the goods is impacted, because when there's a war, then people tend to do not buy so much products as they used to buy in the normal times. Now, India's export growth was also challenged by the strong US dollar and inflation in key consumer markets, affecting price competitiveness. And lastly, I would say the policy and the infrastructure support. Now, India has seen a lot of infrastructure development in the recent years. As you have seen, the roads have almost doubled in the last uh, 1 decade or 10 years. And so have the airports have the number of airports have also increased. Number of seaports have also increased. The number of rails and the trains have gone up drastically, with faster and more efficient trains coming up, which were not possible at 20 years from now. And we'll see more development and faster and effective transportation. Now, the Indian government has continued to invest heavily in the trade facilitation infrastructure, as we can see all around, such as the port upgrades, digital platforms for trades, roll, raid, and etc. The export incentives, such as the remission for duties and taxes on exported products, which we call RODTEP, duty drawbacks, and other schemes have helped boost specific sectors. The government have really been lenient and trying to provide more and more incentives to the Indian exporters, because they know that exporting to other countries is very competitive, because not only India but other countries are also exporting to the same market. So a fewer people who are getting their products, more and more people are trying to port their products and ship their products to the market. So now Indian government has been helping those exporters, especially in India, to be more competitive and to be able to sell more and more of the products. So now we can easily say that the India's import-export policy in 2023 has seen a growth of mix and with a lot of hurdles. While export remained resilient, the balance of trade remains a challenge, and the economy's reliance on imports, especially the energy, the fuel, and technology, highlighted the need for diversification and strategic policy planning. So, for the business to navigate these challenges and capitalize on emerging opportunities in international trade, they must remain agile and well informed, leveraging technologies, staying abreast of geopolitical developments, and other things will be key to successfully competing in the evolving geopolitical marketplace. So, now, as we say, that we can always focus on sustainability, compliance, market intelligence, and young entrepreneurs have the skill and the ability to navigate uncertainties and yes, definitely unlock opportunities for the growth in the evolving market of export and import industry. Now, I would like to discuss the products which are in high demand in the overseas market. First of all, we'd like to discuss the home decor and the handicraft items, which have been a forte for Indian market for a long time. And I myself have been selling home decor and handicraft items for the last 29 and a half years. So now, what are the ideas and trends for home decor and handicraft items? Home decor ideas, the items which we are planning to export should be minimalistic styles. They should be clean and simple lines. The designs should be rich textures, bold patterns, The natural elements should be involved. We can mix different materials with sleek finishes. Metal shelving can be there. Abstract art, big clocks can be used, and then a lot of light colors can be used. Natural textures. We can use a lot of beach inspirational items, wicker items, shells, driftwood, etc. Now, handicrafts and home decor. Handicrafts. Now, this is one of my favorite things, the personalized. Now, India have a big market for manufacturing setup. There are a lot of industries which are making handicrafts, and the best part is we can actually personalize our handicrafts while we are sending to the export market. A lot of clients in overseas market want the products to be personalized and have their own name or the logo or symbol or the company name or anything which they like, and then bring it to their country. This brings in the emotional attachment to the products because the items is very close to them because it has their names written all over it. Now we can always use natural materials that is made using Indian cultural traditions and craftsmanship. Yes, Indian craftsmen have been really blessed to be very skilled, and we have been seeing since time immemorial that Indian craftsmen have built so many good things in India. Now we can think of the items like macrame, which is a knotted item, hand painted ceramics. The ceramics items you may see have a lot of demand. The wood carving in India, the wood like the mango wood, the shisham wood, the teak wood is in very high demand in the overseas market because of this richness and the textures which they have. Now the baskets and the textiles we can use. They are in a lot of demand. The rugs and the carpets. Upcycle crafts. Yes, we can use the old glass bottles, wooden crates, and hand stitched fabrics. We have lots of craftsmen doing the hand stitching, which are in huge demand in the overseas market. Terracotta and clay crafts. You can see clay items, terracotta items, pots, sculptures, and planters. Now, handmade rugs. Again, my emphasis is always on the things which are handmade, like handmade rugs, carpets. They can be woolen, cotton, mix, and so many other raw materials. Now, another favorite is DIY home decor items. DIY is do it yourself, which is very interesting for the people in the other markets. We can use upscale furniture. We can use custom wall art. We can use handmade candles. Yes, handmade candles using the natural wax, essential oils are are made very nicely in India because of the oils and the qualities available in India, the wax available in India, the beeswax, and so many other good qualities are available in India. Now we can also think about the decorative jars, containers, and handcrafted photo frame sets. Photo frames are in big demand in India also, and or in foreign countries also. People like to put the photo frames in their houses, in their offices, tables, and everywhere where they can put a picture of their family or an old memory, and then it can be used forever. We can also think about macrame curtain tie bags. Curtain tie bags for curtains are in huge demand. Now we are going to discuss about the trending handicrafts for 2024. Eco-friendly crafts is always going to be a big market for exporting. The handmade ceramic tableware like the mugs, plates, bowls, and other things, and the abstract and geometric wall art. Natural fiber textiles is going to be good. Now, while we are sourcing these handicrafts for export, we can always consider the local artisans and the local markets where these handicrafts is being sold. Like buying handicrafts from the artisans at the fairs. We can see a lot of fairs around us in all the markets where these manufacturers come up and put up their stalls and sell their handicrafts. And online platforms also, you can see a lot of handicrafts selling in the online platforms. So we can contact those suppliers, find out the product which we find interesting and sellable. And also the fair trade shops. India's recently a lot of foreign clients have been asking if the product is fair has been made using the fair trade practices. Now, what the fair trade practices is? Fair trade practices is when we make a product using the free and fair business practices, like no child labor should be used, no forced labor should be used. The time of business should be as per the government regulations. The fees, the payment made to the workers should be as per the times, and all the things should be regulated and within the legal framework. So now, when we combine home decor with handicrafts, the key is to get the harmony and functional beauty. The item should be well made. It should have a sense to it. We should always consider making the products which is suitable for the overseas market. Now, the second aspect is we are going to discuss is the fitness and the sports equipment. Previously, a few years from now, all the fitness and sports equipment were not made in India. Actually, they were getting from outside. But now, with a lot of cheaper raw material available, a lot of entrepreneurs coming up, the second generation, the first generation, they are making a lot of fitness and the sports equipment within the India. These equipments, the cardio equipments for the treadmills, the exercise bikes, ellipticals, rowing machines, jump ropes, strength training equipments like the dumbbells, kettlebells, resistance bands, barbell sets, and adjustable weight benches. Then comes the body weight exercise equipment where you use to build up the body, put the mass on yourself, the pull-up bars, ab rollers, gymnastic rings, foam rollers. Then it comes the flexibility and the recovery equipment. This one is my favorite, particularly the yoga mat. The yoga, as you have seen, has been using in India for the since the time when the of Ramayana and Mahabharata, when we used to see a lot of yogis exercising yoga for the wellness and meditation. Then we also have the massage guns, which is the latest uptrending products, the stretching straps, the balance boards. Also, the sports equipments we can categorize in the team sports equipment. For the team sports is the soccer, the basketball, football, baseball, tennis rackets. For the individual sports equipments, also a lot of products are made in India, like the running shoes, cycling gear, swimming gear, golf clubs, boxing gloves. Other sports equipments include hiking boots, camping gear, climbing gear, skiing, snowboard equipments. For the fitness and sports accessories, also the lot of water bottles are made in India with the glass technology, copper technology, stainless steel. The smartwatches, as you can see, are made in India, and fitness trackers, sports headphones, sports bags, sunglasses, compression socks, sleeves. So all these items are currently made in India at a very competitive prices. And yes, foreign countries are looking forward to India to get these products out of it. We can also talk about and think of multifunctional equipments like the multi-james, power racks, Smith machines, suspension trainers. These are highly skilled and different type of equipment, which yes, we can find a market for them. And then we have to see the right kind of equipment which we have to export, and we should align our goals, availability, the budget, and also seek the advice from some expert to get into the market. Now, the other thing which we like to discuss is the health and the wellness products. If you have any questions relating to the products we are discussing, then you can always write in the chat box, and we'll try to answer as many of them. So now there's a strong demand for the products and promote physical strength, mental clarity, overall well-being, and there's a comprehensive list of popular products. You understand, health and wellness is being a great concern, and a lot of people are getting looking towards it. This includes the health supplements, nutrition products. As health, everyone is getting health conscious. Now you can raise your hand. Who is getting health conscious? Who goes for the exercising daily? You can just raise your hand. Let me see how many people are very health conscious. Now the dietary supplements also we are using. A lot of us are using dietary supplements. Weight loss exercises we are doing. The body enhancement and exercises we are doing. We want to build up a stamina. We want to manage our weights and improve overall health. Yes, when we do a lot of exercise, our health increases, our stamina increases, our body gets fit, our mental conditions get fit. Now we are using a lot of protein powders, which are very good quality in India and have a big market in the overseas markets. Vitamins, minerals, herbal supplements, weight management products, pre-workout, post-workout supplements. There's a lot of items to discuss here. Wellness products for mental health, relaxation, essential oils, aromatherapy oils, meditation cushions, singing bowls. Like you must have heard of the Tibetan singing bowls, which are made in India and exported to all over the country. Then sleep masks, memory foam pillows, melatonin supplements. Now, we also discuss about the personal care and hygiene products. These includes organic facial masks. Yes, organic products are very, very big in India because we do a lot of organic farming. We grow a lot of things that are made organically without the use of the chemicals or the harmful substances. And people in India also are avoiding these products. And so people in other countries, overseas countries, are also keen on buying organic Ayurveda and traditional products without the use of harmful chemicals and expensive products. These include natural sunscreens, anti-aging creams, moisturizers, lotions. I am sure each one of you must be using a moisturizer or lotion that is organically made and not chemically made. Now, hair care supplements like shampoos, conditioner, hair oils, oral health, electronic toothbrushes, natural toothpastes. We are seeing a lot of toothbrushes made of wood. uh, Previously, a few years from now, we must have seen our ancestors or somewhere using the neem toothbrush. So neem toothbrush is still used in India in some parts of the countries where they believe that using a toothpaste which is made in a factory is not good and a natural toothpaste is much better. So there is still a scope for the natural toothpaste over in overseas market. Hand sanitizers, disinfectants, that's alcohol-based hand sanitizers, disinfectant sprays. Health monitoring devices are also there, like the smartwatches, as we have discussed, fitness tracker. Apple is doing it, Fitbit is doing it, Garmin. Smart bands are being made in India. Blood pressure monitors, like the digital pressure machines, glucose meters, body composition scales, thermometers, digital thermometers have a big potential. Now, again, it is my favorite, the yoga and the pilot's equipment. Yoga blocks, yoga straps, pilot rings, yoga bulls, foam rollers. And then we can also talk about outdoor and active lifestyle gear. Outdoor and active lifestyle gear is when we go for the sports, which is the outdoor sports like cycling, biking, trekking, and we can also use the tennis, cricket, football. Although all those things are very, very made in India and in big demand. You must have seen uh, the Indian cricketers are using the products which are made in India, the bats, the accessories, from the ball to the pads, and everything is made in India. And even the major cricket countries like Africa, South Africa, Australia, England are also using the sport equipments which are made in India because the quality of the wood is nice, the leather use is really nice, is very rare. So they are also looking forward to more and more Indian sports equipments. Now we can also talk about eco-friendly and sustainable health products like the eco-friendly water bottles, like the copper water bottles, and we must have seen terracotta and clay water bottles are in huge demand. Biodegradable personal care products. Now we are seeing a lot of biodegradable products, like we are avoiding plastics. No type of plastic is good, and we are using a lot of paper products, a lot of biodegradable products, a lot of products that are not harmful to the nature. We are also using a lot of reusable straws and cutleries. If someone, you must have noticed that the fast food outlets in India, like the McDonald's and other big brands, are not using plastic straws. Raise your hands if you have seen the plastic straws have been removed from the market, and they are only using the reusable and biodegradable straws and cutleries. You must have seen the straw in which you have your favorite cold drink is biodegradable and is made of paper and other things. Now, where we can sell the health and the wellness products? Yes, there is a lot of potential for these products. We have to find the right market, and the right market we can find from the e-commerce platforms. Yes, there are a lot of e-commerce platforms. which exhibit the Indian products to their websites, and they promote it globally. Not even in India, but they promote it to US, they promote it to Europe and Australian countries, Far East countries, no, South American countries. You can also find a health and wellness marketplace. Yes, there's a marketplace for every product. Like you must have seen in India, there are very specific marketplace that only caters to sports equipments, or only caters to hygiene products, or even just the personal beauty products, or even the garments. Like a few websites you can see, they are only selling particular specific product, and not like everything. So you can also look at the different marketplaces available around the world, which are selling only the health and the wellness products. And the other stores, you've got a lot of stores in overseas market that are selling health and wellness products. Social media, yes, social media in India and abroad and overseas is really big, like the Instagram, the Facebook, and so many other social media can be and yes, YouTube. You can make you can make a short video of your products which you want to export, and promote it into onto YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Trust me, when you make a video of your products, and if it's rightly made, and if it gets into the right type of clients you are looking for, you are going to have a blast. If you get the right market for it, you can start the export immediately. So now the most important thing is to focus and be consistent on the quality. You should be very educated on what your customer demands, and tapping into the right sales channels. You can carve out. If you are successful in all this, then exporting for you is not a difficult job. Another very important factor is we can talk about is the pet products. Yes, raise your hand of how many people are using or having pets in their houses. I'm sure a lot of people are really interested to get pets into their houses, like dogs, cats, even fishes or rabbits, or so many other pets are there. And humans since time immemorial have been really addicted to keeping a pet for themselves, because once you keep the pet, you start to think of it as a family. So the pet products is growing rapidly as more and more people are adopting pets, and increasingly treating them as family members. So now here's a detailed review of how the popular pet products are in high demand, and the still strategies for the success in the growing market. We can start with pet products and nutritional products, dry food, wet food, raw diets, and freeze dried food, treats and snacks, organic and natural food, pet food. Now, the natural supplements, yes, dogs and cats also use supplements. We have seen a lot of competition among the dogs and the cats. You must have seen a dog show or a cat show where the most beautiful dog, or the most handsome dog, or the most big, tall dog is being awarded somewhere or the other. And similarly is the case with the cats. So yes, they use vitamins, they use minerals, probiotics, fish oil, omega-3 supplements, and yes, joint care supplements also. Dogs and cats and the animals also need a lot of care supplements. Pet grooming products. We can talk about the grooming tools, shampoos, conditioners, brushes, combs. Yes, dogs even get nail clippers. They get their nails trimmed, and grinders. Cat and eye care, grooming gloves, flea and tick treatment. Pet health and healthcare products, pet medications, flea and tick control, deworming tablets, pain relief, joint care, anti-anxiety medications. Yes, even animals have anxiety, not only humans, even animals uh, feel that they are anxious, or they are worried about something. So we need to take proper care of them. And in overseas, this is a big market. Pet health devices, thermometers, pet first aid kits, pet vaccines, pet accessories, collars, leashes, harnesses, beds, furniture, pet beds. Yes, we have separate beds and furniture for dogs and cats, cages and crates. Now, the clothing, dog sweaters and jackets, are in big demand. Pet carriers, soft-sided carriers, hard-sided carriers, pet toys. Now, the type of pet toys are chew toys, interactive toys, fetch toys, cat toys, and dental toys. Even dogs use dental toys to grind their teeth. Now, the pet training products are the training pads, pee pads, potty training mats, training aids, clickers, whistles, pet gates, and containment system that we call the pet playpens. Now, the pet travel products. Yes, you must have seen in the airport that the pets and that the pets are being transported from one city to another, from one country to another. And trust me, shipping of a pet is really expensive. It is almost four times the cost of a normal flight ticket. The car travel products are there. The car seat covers are there. Pet carriers are there. Travel bowls are there. Pet travel bags, the pet backpacks, pet travel kennels. Eco-friendly pet products are also being there. Eco-friendly products like biodegradable waste bags, recycled toys, natural grooming products. Now, the sales channel for the pet products are through the e-commerce websites. A lot of websites are, you can post your products on the websites, and when the customers see it, they can always order from you. And the social media and the influencers. Social media is a big thing, like we discussed. Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And their social influencers are in a big demand now. Social influencers are the people who have a big fan following of a million or a 2 million or even 50,000 in following them. And when you get in contact with them, they promote their products through their own websites. So yes, they can also be helpful in getting your export trade up. Now there are the pet fairs and expos doing all around the world. You can participate in the expos and exhibitions and fairs that can bring up your product visibility, and you can have direct access to the pet owners. You can when in the expos and the trade shows, the benefit is that you are talking to the clients face to face, one to one, and you can get in touch with them immediately. So whether you are selling pet food, accessories, grooming supplies, toys, or health-related products, the key to success lies in understanding the needs of the clients, what your client needs, what they have in demand. And yes, since you are exporting those products, these should be very high quality and reliable products. We can't just ship any of the inferior products or B-grade products to them. The export products should be really best quality. Now the other products we are talking about is the Ayurveda products and the beauty products. As you know that Ayurveda in India has been introduced for many years, maybe 100 years or 200 years. No one knows how long the Ayurveda is being manufactured in India, because we use the right kind of the quality, the ingredients. And yes, Ayurveda in India, a lot of companies are making the right Ayurveda products. And yes, with the right mix and the right team, you can also make some Ayurveda products on yourself, make your own branding, and sell to the overseas clients. So, with the modern day resurgence of Ayurveda, fueled by rising awareness about the harmful effects of chemicals in conventional beauty products, has created the robust market for Ayurveda based beauty and personal care items. Now, Ayurveda skincare products like the cleansers, face wash, face mask, face serums, oils, moisturizers, creams, anti-aging creams, herbal sunscreens, exfoliators, and scrubs. Now, with the key Ayurveda ingredients can be used as many of you must have heard about neem as a as an ingredient, turmeric as an ingredient, sandalwood, aloe vera, tea tree oil, rose water. So these are very indigenous and very key elements that are used in Ayurveda. Now, the Ayurveda skincare products are also used, like the shampoos, conditioners, hair oils, hair masks, hair serums, and leave-in treatments like the dandruff treatments, hair growth products. Now, Ayurvedic personal care products, the toothpaste, deodorants, body wash, soap, shaving creams, aftershaves, lip balms. Ayurvedic wellness and health products. herbal teas. As you must have seen, the herbal teas in India is being acknowledged world famous. You know what? The tea, the best tea is made in India in Assam and West Bengal. All the people export the teas from India in very high rate, and people abroad are getting those expensive teas for lakhs and lakhs per kg. And some of the finest producer of the tea in abroad are producing, packaging, and processing them into small bags and selling the herbal teas in India at three times the price. So there's a big market for the herbal products in India. Then it comes the Ayurvedic supplements, Chavanprash, you must have all heard, herbal oils, and detox products. Now, anti-aging products are also big now for the anti-aging creams, facial oils, eye creams. Now, Ayurveda beauty oils, beauty tools, which includes Gosha and Red rollers. Raise your hand. How many of know of Gosha and Jade rollers? A Gosha is a small tools which you rub over your chin and to give a clean face. And jade rollers, yes, jade roller can be used to remove the dead skin and when you use the jade rulers, the fresh skin is coming up, and your body really tends to glow. This is one of my most favorite items, the jade rollers and guasha. And then the copper bottles. The copper made in India is very high quality, and there's no mixing of it. And the water bottles and the glasses and containers are in big demand. Now, as we see, we should also be aware as to what the major brands in India are doing the Ayurvedic products. We see their names, as we can have an idea of them, visit their websites and see what type of formulations is there, what type of items they are making in best quality. You must have heard of Patanjali. Forest Essential is the most luxurious brand in India. Biotique again is a very affordable brand in India. Kama Ayurved again a luxurious brand. Himalaya Herbs and Khadi Natural, which is a very affordable product. So now the sales channel for these products in India can be through e-commerce platforms. A lot of e-commerce are promoting your products and then shipping them all over the world. And then again, social media and influencers can be used to market your products to all the international markets. So now we have a key potential for the growth in this sector, especially with the increasing preference for holistic chemical-free products, and by focusing on the high-quality ingredients and effective formulations, and leveraging both traditional and modern sales channels. Like the traditional channels is the stores, brick and mortar stores, physical stores, offline stores, and the modern sales channels is like e-commerce platforms, online stores. And then, yes, each and every one of you can succeed in tapping into this lucrative market because the demand for these items is huge. Believe me, huge. You cannot not even imagine how big the market for these products in the worldwide are. And last but not the least, my most favorite is the eco-friendly products. Now, the eco-friendly products, as you know, is the products which are do not have impact on the natural or the environment, on the forests, on the life cycle. These are experiencing significant growth because people are getting environmental awareness, and government push towards the green initiative. Like the government has been trying to reduce the footprints of the plastics, and they are really trying to put a really ban on the plastic products. So now, if you are looking to enter into the eco-friendly products, there's a guide and where you can follow to popular eco-friendly products which are in high demand and how you can tap into this growing sector. Now, I would start with the eco-friendly personal care products. The most popular products are organic and skincare products, the bamboo toothbrushes, solid shampoos, soaps, reusable cotton pads, natural deodorants. Yes, the deodorants are available in organic, Ayurveda, natural form also. Zero beauty, zero waste beauty kits. Now, eco-friendly household products are also there, like the reusable shopping bags, bamboo kitchenware, compostable tableware, non-toxic cleaning products, reusable water cycle bottles and coffee cups, beeswax, food wraps, eco-friendly laundry products. Now, when we talk about eco-friendly fashion and apparels, there's a big market for it. Organic cotton clothing, bamboo fabric apparels, recycled polyester clothing, vegan. Yes, I'm heard many of you must have heard about the growing trend of vegan foods. Now, previously we used to have only non-vegetarian foods, vegetarian foods. Now we also have a growing trend for vegan foods. So vegan foods and vegan leather bags and accessories. Many people I know they are not even using the vegetables or non-vegetarian food. They are only having vegan foods. They don't like any other thing. They only like vegan foods. So now handmade and upcycled fashion and eco-friendly footwear. Eco-friendly footwear, yes, jute and other eco-friendly fabrics and textiles is being used in garments, in fashion houses, and even in footwear. Now, the eco-friendly food packaging, the popular products are compostable food containers, biodegradable straws, as we talked about the straws, reusable food wraps, eco-friendly lunch boxes, edible cutleries. Yes, edible cutlery is also going up. So now the eco-friendly stationery and office supplies, recycled paper, plantable stationery, bamboo pens and pencils. I am sure, raise your hand if how many of have seen bamboo pens and pencils around you. You must have seen in the stationery shops or in the exhibitions. So many people must have given you for gift, and you must have feel that I should have a whole bamboo pen, bamboo pencil, bamboo diary, and so many bamboo products. Biodegradable files and folders, eco-friendly highlighters and markers. Yes, we are getting all type of eco-friendly products now. Let's talk about eco-friendly tech gadgets. I'm sure few of them, in fact, all of you must have seen solar-powered gadgets, eco-friendly phone cases, energy-efficient appliances, and rechargeable batteries. Recently, I was in a fair, and one company in India was making everything in bamboo: the phone chargers, the phone cases, wireless chargers, and even the power banks. They were all making eco-friendly using the bamboo products. And trust me, they have a big market for overseas clients if we get the right product. So now, how we can channel the sales of these eco-friendly products? We can use the e-commerce platforms. We can use, of course, the social media and influencers, and yes, we can also visit the farmers markets and pop-up shops. There are many farmers markets around us. Where we can see a lot of products. The eco-friendly products are being made. We can talk to the farmers directly, the producers directly, and we can see how the collaboration can be made between the seller and us. And we can, market these products overseas. And yes, trust me, we do not need a lot of expenses for that. So now from the personal care items to fashion and household goods and packaging, eco-friendly alternatives are becoming more widely available and sought after. By offering, yes, high quality, sustainable and ethically products, you can all tap into the growing market while contributing to economical, environmental conversation efforts. So now I think we have covered a lot of products which are in huge demand in overseas, and especially for the products which are made in India very efficiently and in best quality. Now look at the next slide where we are going to discuss which the unique products and the secret products which are in demand in the foreign country and made in India. So the top 10 products which are in high demand and offer huge margins are the Indian handicrafts. We have talked about Indian handicrafts previously. If anyone has any questions about the Indian handicrafts, you can always raise your hand, send in your queries in the chat box. We would like to we will be really happy to answer them all. Now the smart home security systems. Some of the indigenous companies are developing high-tech security products in India, which are not easily available across the markets. Now the personalized skincare products. We have talked about the eco-friendly products, the Ayurveda products, organic products. They are in big demand, and not every country in across the planet is producing skincare products. Now, electric scooters for adults with disability are being made in India, easily available. High quality bed linen and bedding sets made of cotton, organic cotton, and other things are and other materials are available in India. Now, the fitness and workout equipments for home use are also being available. Vegan leather. Now, let me remind you of the vegan leather fashion accessories. The craft kits. There are many overseas markets which are buying the crafts kits out made out of India and selling them at a very high price. Remember the products that are handicraft made by handicrafts or personalized or DIY or craft kits are being sold at an exorbitant prices in overseas markets. So yes, if you look at those products, if you plan to sell those products, you can have a good margin out of it. Now, organic in India is being huge, and now organic baby products are being made like so many clothes, diapers, and all the things. Now, the innovative kitchen gadgets and tools are also very easily available. Now, these product ideas have been curated based on the industry trends and market analysis, customer preferences, and by focusing on these categories, you can narrow down your options with the product that has the potential to be successful in the market. So now we are going to discuss about the imports. Till now, we have been seeing on the various exports of various aspects for the export market only. Like we talked about hundreds of products which we can export. Then we talked about the 100 very specific products which we can easily start upfront your business with. And most of you, how many people raise your hand? How many of you are interested in import? Let me tell you, we have been importing goods out of many countries like the South African countries, China, and Australia for the last 15 years. And trust me, India have a huge potential of those markets. And if we get the right product at the right price, at the right quality, at the right time, trust me, you can sell them all over them. You must have seen a lot of imported products which are being sold in the market. And yes, those products have still not been produced in India. Let me assure you, I will not be able to find an answer why out of so many goods, like we are producing aeroplanes, we are making Vande Bharat trains, we are using so many rockets, technologies, submarines, and all the other high-tech cars, but we have not been able to make very simple basic products. Now, the reason for those things are the cost. If a particular country is producing that product and shipping out of the to the world, then the other country may not be able to make it at the same price or even at the competitive price. This means that a country producing those products have an edge over the other countries to make those products and then to ship it all over. It makes sense. Let me tell you how it makes sense. A country making a product for a cost, say 10 rupees. We get the products from the other country, pay the duty, taxes, GST, and other things, get it for 15 rupees, including the transportation, shipping. And now, if we are getting the product above 15 rupees, say if we are making the products for 20 rupees or 25 rupees, then the product is not very competitive because the other country is selling at a cheaper prices. So now, this is the main fundamentals of for import. Why we import? Because of the cost involved in the manufacturing, the edge which the country has over the manufacturing of the product, and the price of the shipping and other things may cost you very cheap. Now, let me tell you one thing. UAE is one of the markets where the VAT is only 5%. Yes, only 5% VAT. They don't charge any other products. So all the major manufacturing countries are sending their products to UAE because they do not charge any other things except for 5% VAT. And for even foreign travelers going to UAE paying that 5% VAT, you can always claim that 5% back when we go to the airport. They have a counter where they say that for the VAT you have paid, you can always claim the back, and they send their money directly to your account. So what are the products that we can import? These include electronics accessories. I'm going to read out the list, and if any of so you can take a screenshot For these products, of the 30 products only, we have only mentioned 30 products, but trust me, there are more than hundreds of products that you can actually import. You can send your queries by chat box, or all the methods that Sonia ji just told you. And for any queries, feel free to ask us at any point of time. So beauty and skincare products are there, fashion jewelry is there, herbal supplements is there, fitness equipment is there, home decor items, yes, home decor items, stationery and office supplies, yes, they come at a very competitive price. Kitchen gadgets, yes, kitchen gadgets are very price conscious. Now handicrafts, organic food products, yes, few countries have the edge which other countries can't make, so it makes sense to get products from those countries. Mobile phone accessories, mobile phones, accessories, chargers, cords, power banks. Yes, they still have a huge scope. Baby products still, baby water bottles, baby blankets, and baby clothings. You can get a very competitive price. Pet accessories, yes, pet accessories you can get a very competitive price in overseas market and get to sell in India. Yoga and meditational products, yes, you can do all those products. Leather goods. Now, some of you must have seen the leather bags being sold in Indian market for say 50,000 rupees or 60,000 rupees. And whereas if you get these products directly from the foreign market, you pay 5,000 or 6,000 rupees and still sell at half the price of what the major brands are selling. What the major brands do, they have a huge setup cost, they have a huge staff cost, operational cost, office cost, salary cost, which brings the price of the product almost the double of what their other competitors are pricing. So if you want to start your own import business and charge your normal profits, then you can still be very competitive in the market. Now, travel accessories, we all of are traveling lots and lots these days. We all like most of must have traveled by plane or by train or by sea in the recent months. Eco-friendly products are there, watches and accessories they are there, gardening tools, party supplies, ethnic wear, educational toys and games, art supplies, personal care products, home security systems, sports equipments, tech gadgets, sustainable fashion, musical instruments. Yes, musical instruments are very popular in India. You must have seen so many synthesizers and other bands and drums which are being used by the musicians in India. And trust me, they are not made in India because the technology and the process is only available to a few European countries, and the brands selling them out of in India are charging exorbitant price. So if you want to get those items in India at sell, then you can definitely have a better price over them. And then yes, novelty items. So by importing these items, you can tap into the growing market in India. And after, yes, you can before you decide to sell a product, have a conduct a thorough market search before entering into any product. Don't just buy and sell it. You must to have a market search over these items, see what the trend of the market is, where in India they are most selling it, what price they are selling it, what price you are getting it, and the cost of the logistics, importation cost, your profit cost, and everything. You should be really doing a good market search before doing any type of sales. Find reliable suppliers. To find a reliable suppliers, you can always visit the international trade shows, international exhibitions. The marketplaces are there. In a lot of countries they have the domestic trade fairs. You look at the country, find it out and what the trade shows are offering. If you find any trade shows of your liking, then definitely try to make a visit to the trade show and see what the suppliers are and how the products are like there. And before getting any products in India, you must always ensure the compliance with the import policies of India. Not every product which is made in India can be exported to overseas market. There are a lot of countries have put a lot of bans and restrictions and tariffs and quotas and a lot of dumping duty on Indian products. Yes, they do it. They do it because they want to conserve their local domestic production. Similarly, in India, to protect the manufacturers, from getting and from to protect the manufacturers, and there are a lot of importers which they don't want everyone to get those products into India, because then the local manufacturers have a lot of problems, and then they have to shut down their factories, lay off the labor, the and so many problems. So be very careful of what you are importing before actually going into the business. Go through the policies of India. You can find those policies on the websites of DGFT and the other government policies. You can see, you can read everything, you can talk to the specialists, you can talk to the advisors, and see which products is easier to import, rather than going into a product where you might find difficulty or pay higher taxes and get incompetent prices. Also, try to understand the consumer preference, and yes, quality of the products is always a in India. Also, in India, you cannot say that I can sell anything, any type of quality. The Indian consumers are very are changing very rapidly. They are very brand conscious, quality conscious. Trust me, over the last 15-20 years, the type of products they are selling in India is huge. There's been a huge change. You can just not get any product and sell any product in India, like you are selling only the top niche products and the best quality products to overseas market. Similarly, the Indian consumers have got a preference to buy only the high quality products. So be very careful on what you are buying before you actually get the shipment of it, because once you invest into any products that's not worth selling, then you may find some problems and even some financial losses. So now, what are the important steps involved in the import export business? So now, before you get into the export import business, you must set up your own online store. So to get your own online store is not very difficult. You can easily set up your own online store. You can create an e-commerce website using platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, and there are lots and lots of others available, where you can list your products you want to sell. These products are sourced from suppliers or manufacturers. Now, let me tell you that before you tend to sell your products, you can always think about drop shipping. Drop shipping is a retail business model where the store owners, or you are the people who are going to sell the goods, sells the products to the customers. Yes, you are not actually sourcing the products, storing in your warehouse, but what you are doing, you are selling the products to the customers without ever physically handling or storing the inventory. Instead of purchasing the products in bulk and keeping them in stock, you partner with your suppliers or the manufacturers who store the products and ship them directly to your customers. Here's how dropshipping works and what you need to know about it. So let me tell you, drop shipping is the most convenient method wherein you can source the product directly from the manufacturer or the supplier, make a contract with them, buy it at your price. Say if you buy the product at a price of rupees 40, then you sell, then to plan to sell it for a product for a price of rupees 70. So the supplier only charges you for the products, while the transportation, logistics, shipping, company margins, and commissions are all borne by you. These are not going to be used paid by the manufacturer or the supplier, because he's the one who is storing the products and keeping your products in warehouse. You don't have to pay for the product until you buy the product. So let me tell you more in brief. So how dropshipping shipping works? Yes, I've told you, set up your own online store, and then your customer places an order. When you put your products onto e-commerce websites, online, social media, and or your websites or any other platform, your customer sees the products, likes the products. Now, making a very good video of your products, telling the customers how the product is made, what are the USPs of the products, why the customer should buy it, how your product is different from others, and what value addition does your product offer to your customers. Then your customer is really interested even without physically seeing the product. This is possible only when you educate your customers about your products. Then the customers likes the product and places an order. When a customer buys a product from your online store or e-commerce website or through WhatsApp, email, or telephone call, or any other thing, you first get the payment of it. So now the thing is, then when your customer buys the product, he pays you first. For all the online platforms or any other businesses, for export, you need to get the payment first without shipping the product. It is not that you ship the product and get the payments afterwards. You get the product payment first and then ship the product. So first you are when you are getting the payment first, the product cost you have received, shipping cost and everything you have received, the product you are shipping should be spot on. The product which you ship should not be substandard. It should be matching to the products you have exhibited, or you have promoted, or you have marketed, or you have made the promotion, or on the online media, or the other things. Be very careful about the quality. Now, when you receive the order, you forward the order to the supplier. After receiving your order, you forward it to your supplier, who then processes it and ships the product directly to the customer. In the drop shipping, your supplier is shipping the product directly to the customer. Since you have a huge customer base, all the products is being sold by the customers. If you are selling, say 10 products in the beginning, and you have 100 clients, so all your clients say get equal quantities, so you have a big customer base and a big product base. So when your supplier ships the products, you pay. Since you have already got the money, you pay the supplier your price which you agreed to them, which is obviously and typically lower than what you sold it for. Now, keep in mind that the product price of the product plus shipping, logistics, margin, commissions, and all the shipping costs should be added into the product. So, for if you are selling the products of rupees 70, then your margin should always be added into it. So, for the products of say 40, if the cost of 70 is not reasonable, then you should sell the products for 90, 100, or 1/10 of the product, keeping in mind your margin which you are expecting from the sales. So now, when the order is forwarded to the supplier ships the product, the supplier handles the logistics and the shipping part. The product is sent directly to the customer under your brand name or your store's name. Remember, your supplier does not put any of the label, any of his name, or any of his telephone number or email, or any of the thing on the product. That is the thing that you have to constantly keep in touch with the supplier. And trust me, if the supplier is getting good orders, they won't be hesitant, and they won't be trying to put his name all over the product. The profit margin is always there. Your profit is the difference between the price you charge your customer and the price you pay the supplier. For example, if your product cost you, like I told you, for 40 rupees, and you sell it for say 90 rupees, then your profit is 50 rupees, which say deduct all the incidental cost for it, and make sure you get a good profit margin. If you are not getting the good profit margin, rethink the business. Now, what are the key factors and the features of dropshipping? Like I told you, dropshipping is the most convenient way which you can use to export the products. Remember, for the exporting only, we are using the dropshipping. For the importing, there is you can't use the dropshipping. Only for the exporting or selling your products to the overseas market, you can use dropshipping. In this method, there is no inventory management. Since you are not storing the products, you don't need to buy inventory upfront or worry about storing products. Your supplier is doing all the things for you, and the supplier manages all the things for you, and you have a written contract for them. Remember, in export trade, you must have a written and clear agreement with the supplier every time. Even the buyer places an order with you, you get a PO or the purchase order, the payment, terms of delivery, terms of shipping, and everything. So even the e-commerce website you are dealing with, you need to have all the compliances beforehand, all the commission they are charging with you beforehand, the shipping cost with hand, the handling charges, miscellaneous charges. Everything should be. You should have a clear format of what you are paying rather than what they are charging. What they are charging and what you are paying should be the same, and it should be all written. So even for the suppliers, there should be a clear written policy document for everything. Keep them in a file, very very safely, because you may need it at some point of time. Then, because drop shipping is beneficial because it has low startup costs, you don't need to purchase the actual inventory. The initial investment is much lower. Even you can ship the products at zero cost because you are not buying any of the unit. You are not even buying one product. You are just asking your supplier to make it and store for you. So now the main thing is to keep in mind that when you talk to the suppliers, they are shipping the products in bulk, and you are one of the suppliers. You are not buying the whole inventory. So your supplier or your manufacturer is selling those products to hundreds of other buyers, who are selling to hundreds of to sellers in different market. So when you talk about your product, it should have a USP that no other supplier or no other seller is having. Like if you are using the same format of explaining about your product, then and the other suppliers and the other seller is also having the product, then your product is identifiable. So make sure your product has a USP or a unique selling point, or some point of differentiation that your competitor is not using. So you can say that this is a product which is monopolistic to you, and you are taking care of all the production aspects and everything, and then use some key points to influence your customers. Now there's a flexibility. Since dropshipping allows you to sell a wide range of products without being tied to the physical stocks, you don't hold the inventory. You can even change or update your products setting listings easily. Yes, that depends on the type of website you are using, or the e-commerce platform you are using, or the YouTube channels, or for Facebook or Instagram. Uh, Try to keep them updated. If as when you launch a new product and you want to remove your old product, try to remove all those old videos, or screens, or or reels, or other snapshots or photographs, or the products from all the websites. Don't try to sell the products which you are not actually selling, because once you sell the products, you get an order for it, and you are not selling that product anymore because your contract is expired, or you are selling a new product, or your supplier or your manufacturer has stopped using this product. Try to avoid those common small mistakes. Now, drop shipping gives you a global reach. You can source products from suppliers worldwide and sell to customers globally, which offers you a much broader market. Now, let's say you want to visit a customer who is or a trade show in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is a country where you get lots of trade shows because there is a tourist destination, a lot of other things. And even say it's for New York, or say Frankfurt, or London, or Birmingham, or say, so when you go to the big countries, cities like this, to show your products, or to meet clients, or to meet the trade show and distribute and talk to the clients, it is very expensive. So because you go there physically, personally, make all the arrangements to go there for a couple of days, you make all the expenses and everything. But when you use a drop shipping method, you don't need to visit the clients, and so this is the biggest benefit. Now, what are the previously we were talking about the key features. Now we are talking about the advantages of drop shipping. Low risk, since you don't need to invest in the inventory, the financial risk is lower, and you save a lot of money in storing the goods, and the risk is lower compared to the traditional businesses. In traditional businesses like the brick and the mortar shops, or the offline shops, you keep a lot of inventory in the showroom or in your shops, and then you pay for it upfront, and if the goods are not sold, you keep on, you are losing money. So in drop shipping, you don't need to invest into it. Now there's no storage or no shipping cost involved. That the supplier handle all inventory and fulfillment, that you don't have to rent the storage space or manage logistics. Only the logistics is paid once after you get the payment, or you get an order, or you pay, or you get give the order to the supplier. Before that, there's no logistic cost. Now you get a wide product selection. You can offer a wide product range of products without investing in each one. Location independence also there. You can sit anywhere in your home, your office, your car, or any other place. You don't need to pay rent, or huge investment is there. And with a small internet, Wi-Fi, broadband, or mobile data, you can always manage your drop shipping business. You can from anywhere. You can also make an app where you can have the details of all your suppliers and the inventory you are asking them to hold, or they are holding it. So you can once you make a good connections with your suppliers or manufacturers, you make a you benefit a lot. Now everything comes with a price, and every advantages have some disadvantages of its own, like the lower profit margins. Since you don't buy in bulk, you don't have a big contract value for the price. So, and your supplier says, look, you are buying small quantities, you may pay higher prices for per product, which often results in slimmer profit margins compared to the traditional retail models. Yes, even traditional retailers are facing huge competitions. The margins are also shrinking. So you have less control over the shipping since you rely on your suppliers to fulfill orders accurately and on time. The delays or mistakes by the suppliers can harm your customer experience and reputation. This is one point you have to take care with your suppliers. Now the competition. Since drop shipping is easy to start, many entrepreneurs may be selling the same products. This make it hard to stand out in the competitive way. Remember, I told you that if you make a good video or make a good presentation of your products, or offer in such a product that your customer finds is different from other products, you are going to benefit. Supplier dependency. If your suppliers are out of stock or increase prices, it can either affect your ability to fulfill orders and maintain competitive price. So this is something which you have to take care of with your suppliers. Now, the main things to consider is choosing the right suppliers. It's crucial to find reliable suppliers who can provide quality products, fulfill orders promptly, and maintain good communications. There are many websites like AliExpress, SalesHo, Oberlo that can help you connect with reputable suppliers. Customer service. Even though you can't and don't handle the products directly, you are still responsible for customer service. Yes, in drop shipping also you need to have a customer service department wherein your customer can call you or email you or tell you about any product which they receives in a bad condition. So the customer service is your department to handle, and not the supplier or your manufacturer who is buying, because eventually they ship out the product, and there's some problems with the product, so you are going to handle with the customers. So the customer service is your forte. You need to handle customer inquiries, returns, complaints. Yes, they can come up with some complaints which can be tricky. We are not controlling the product fulfillments. Yes, that's right. Now, the marketing and branding. To succeed in dropshipping, you'll need effective marketing strategies. Yes, marketing strategies like social media ads, search engine optimization, SEOs, or email marketing can be cold calling or cold email marketing. This all drives traffic to your websites and convert into sales. Now, the legal and the tax considerations, there are always some legal and tax considerations. For all the profit that you get, you also pay income tax or other tax that you may have as per your sales bracket. So always consider that for all the sales, you have to pay some taxes. That's the legal requirement in India. So you have to talk to some GST consultants or chartered accountants, your accounts people who are maintaining the thing. Then there are some shipping regulations and return policies also you have to maintain. If the product is like, there are so many return policies. Some products come with no return policy, no refund. If the product is received rightly, then they cannot do a, or some product come with 7 days return policy, 15 days, 30 days. So this is something you have to make sure before doing all this exercise. It's important to have clear terms and conditions for your customers. Yes, clear terms and conditions for your customers is a big forte. You can just not leave your customer in good faith or blind faith. Have a written clear-cut policy and get it signed from your customers. Make sure your customer is aware of all the compliance and the your terms and conditions. So is your supplier who is selling on your behalf should be very clear, and also the sales agency or the company through which you are dealing should also have a clear cut policy. So now I would like to conclude this drop shipping. So drop shipping is a business model where you can sell products without even storing or handling inventory yourself. You simply partner with suppliers who fulfill the orders with you, While dropshipping offers you many advantages like low startup cost and flexibility, it also has challenges with low profit margins. Yes, I told you low profit margins and reliance on suppliers. But trust me, once you build on your online stores and your dropshipping method is successful, you can eventually scale up to full-fledged export business, and you can outbeat all your competitors, get the same products from your suppliers at a local price, and because you scale up, you put up the inventory with you, and eventually you must have a commitment or a target of scaling up your business by 10x every year. So success in drop shipping depends on fighting the right products. Yes, the right products is really important. The suppliers, the relation should be really, really good, and how effectively you do the marketing strategy. So now this we have all discussed the important things to keep in mind: choosing the right supplier, customer service, marketing, branding, legal tax considerations, and yes, associations for trading in India. So all this we have discussed, like dropshipping is a business model where you sell products without even storing, handling your inventory yourself, and you simply partner with the suppliers who fulfill the orders for you. While dropshipping offers you advantages like low startup cost and flexibility, it also challenges face. You also face some challenges like low profit margins, reliance on suppliers. So now dropshipping depends on finding the right products, right suppliers, effectiveness, and strategies. So now with this, I would like to conclude my presentation. And I know I'm 10 minutes before, but I think you or people have a lot of questions to ask. So we can start with the questions now.
Yeah, certainly. Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation, Sachinji. I think there are a lot of people who have little queries. So a few of the questions are also marked in the chat box, and we have people who have raised their hands also. So we'll start with them, and meanwhile, when we wait for another person to answer, and then that time you can just look at the questions in the chat and answer that time. So we have Atik Rahmanji. Would you like to ask the question now? Please, can you unmute him? Yes, Mr. Rahman, please ask your question.
Audible?
Yes, you are. Good evening.
Good evening. Actually, I want to know drop shipping, as you told us, that drop shipping is a business we can do without inventory. The thing is, how will we calculate the shipping and the other charges in terms of export? We're talking
Ye-
about export, right?
Yes,
So how will we calculate about the duties and the shipping cost which we will be charged so that we can frame a costing price uh, for the product? Suppose I'm getting 100 rupees product in India and I want to sell it in XYZ country. Then how will I get the exact price in which I can get at the profit?
right. Very good question. This you are asking. Firstly, for the drop shipping, you need to identify the market you are selling.
Okay.
Right. So once you have identified the market, you can get a lot of resources where you can get the shipping cost and the courier cost or the transportation logistic cost. Once you get the identify the right market where you want to ship, then you can add it to your price and include the other price of the then and your profit margin, and then offer your customer.
There any channel from where I can get the information that the import duty of this product in that particular country is this, so that I can the exact import duty
Yes.
and then the
Also, the important fact behind the drop shipping is that you don't pay the import cost. You only pay the product cost and the shipping cost from India, and then the client who is getting the product pay the the duty on his cost. Still, you can get all the information on. There are many websites where you can get the import duty. You can send me a message on my personal window, and I will share you a link of the import duties and the other transportation cost, which you can use to calculate the cost.
because the customer is getting the product uh, he's paying the import duty, correct? suppose I'm in India, I don't know what the exact input duty particular product is having. Suppose I have listed a product in 100 rupees with the shipping cost and the my margin and then the product and the cost of the product, same product which I have sold to somewhere in the country, and the 100 rupees again he is charged from his government, then the product cost will be around 100 rupees. If he will ask me about the what will be the final price which I will be charged when the good will received to my country, then we have to give them the clear picture so that he or she can decide whether to purchase or not. Otherwise, they will give the wrong feedback. No.
So the import duty which you are like your product includes the shipping, transportation, and the product cost. So while your client is importing the product, the import duty depends on his country.
We should know also, na, so
Yes,
that when
yes, you
they
can
will ask the
also.
final price till his doorstep, then we can give them the clear picture that this.
Every country has a different import duty. Like the Australia has a free trade agreement with India, and UAE is having only the 5% VAT. So all countries have a different import duty pattern. So once you have identified the market, then you can see the import duty of those countries. Some offer many countries have a flat import duty of 30%. Germany have a high import duty. In America, some of the products from India get a import duty of say 10%, and some import duty maybe more than that 10%. So you have to be you to see what particular product you are shipping and to which country you are getting.
Okay. And as you told that we should get the payment first, and that then we will ship the product. Before payment, we can't. We try to don't to ship the product. Is it possible to get payment first, and then
Yes,
why will
yes.
the person will trust
Yes,
us?
yes, yes. Let me tell you, even for the people who are doing big scale of export, I'm to give you an example. So they also get an LC in their name, or they get a part payment or a prepayment for their goods. So that is a condition for export. When you export through the drop shipping, you always get the payment first. Now you get the payment through PayPal, and there are many other facilities available through credit cards or direct bank transfers. First you get the payment, then only the shipping happens.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
LC is a total different thing. LC is the
LC
document.
and paper. LC is different because LC for when you are trying to start import and export, then the LC may not be very convenient because it involves some cost from the person who is opening the LC. So for you, PayPal and other bank account transfers can be a convenient option for customers because they don't pay any convenience fees.
One more thing, in drop shipping, if I am sending abroad, it is must to have a IC code.
No, for drop shipping, you don't need to have an IC code because a lot of countries exempts Indian goods for small value shipments or for less value shipments. If you are selling two pieces or smaller pieces shipment, IC code or other government things may not be necessary.
Suppose I am sending in a regular basis, then the government will then must ask about the
Yes, for the
support.
regular business, like we are talking about when you are starting up the business without any major investment. Once you scale up your business and you reach a comfortable level where you can put apply for a IC, do the major export, then you need some level of compliance.
Then what is the minimum number of times I can send in one particular country? Suppose I have started in drop shipping and I'm getting the orders, suppose 5 a day or 10 a day. That means in 300 pieces in a month. And if from the same code, that means any record will be there in the with the government that this particular ID is
Yes, yes,
sending.
yes. Since you are getting all the payments in your account, all the record is there.
Then why without IEC code the country will allow me to send 300 products to the same country? There must be some restrictions. No, there is this amount of thing I can send to
Yes, yes.
the.
As you are stepping up your business, initially you don't need to apply for the IC code, but after a certain level of point, say once you have exceeded the limit of your business, and your then you need to apply for the IC code. Yes.
Okay. Is there
Yes.
any minimum or maximum that this particular amount of product I can send, and after that I will have to have the IC code? Because
For
if I
small value
don't know,
for small value shipment or less quantity shipments, there is no government rules as of now. But yes, some of the countries might have some different rules for importation. So that you need to check before you are finalizing the product for a particular country.
that's what I am concerned about. Because suppose it's a social media era, suppose I can get 100 orders in one day also. So then I can't be shipped that 100 products in the same country in one day, no? So it is safer side to get a IC code first, then we can start others.
IC code you get only for 500 rupees,
Around
right?
500 with service charge 1500, not more than.
Yes, if you apply for yourself now, the DGFT website is very easy. If you put in the right papers, you can get the IC certificate for 500 rupees. And with if you through a dealer or a service provider, that's
1500
1500
rupees
rupees.
maximum.
So, now the thing is, you are starting up your business. Once you start your business, you get you don't need to apply initially. But if you are getting good orders, like 100 orders in a month, or 50 orders in a month, or 200 orders a month, then you may need an IC.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we have another question, please? Please unmute Anjali. Please unmute Anjali ji so she can ask a question, please. Yes, we have Rajeshwari ji.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening, Rajeshwari ji. Please ask your question.
Hi, my name is Rajeshwari. I have two questions here. So I have been working in risk management, and we have our product as vermicompost. So first thing I want to know is, if I have to export this, then should I go to any clearing agency? And if yes, are there any clearing agencies which are like, so and so clearing agencies work with pet products, so and so work with agricultural products? Or is it like one clearing agency works, like, is it sector agnostic?
Yes, your question relates to an agricultural products which you are working it currently, and you want to export it to other countries, right?
Yes, sir, correct.
Yes. So a few products in India, there are a few export promotion councils like the Carpet Export Promotion Council, Handicraft Promotion Council, Silk Promotion Council. So there is also a FSSAI certificate that you need to get for the food products.
Okay.
So for the agricultural product also, you might need to get a a certificate from the Export Promotion Council before you can actually want to export their products in big quantities.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because government needs compliance. Once you have stepped up your business and you have gone above a level of the business, that government needs to check your activity. So for the startups, you don't really need to get into so much compliance. But yes, if in the starting you get those compliance, it's easier for you. You can do the business without the compliance as well.
So, should I get in touch with somebody who is who's exporting these products already, so that I become the supplier? Would that
There are
be?
many buying agents and many commission agents working for overseas clients in India. Like I tell you, many of the overseas big clients like Walmart and Target and IKEA have their offices in India, in Delhi and Bombay and many other places. They are always finding suitable suppliers for products they are sourcing in India, and especially the manufacturers or the suppliers who have a big network of and high quality products. So all those buyers who are looking for your products, you can find it on the internet. You can find it on the countries where you are looking for. Get in touch with the commissions and the other regional websites, and you can find a database of all the buyers for your items.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you for the information.
Thank you. Who we have next? And I would request other participants also, please. This is one-on-one chance. You can speak to the our guest speaker right now with your queries. So you can initially raise your hands, or if you want, then you can put your questions in the chat. Okay. So I'll. Good evening, Anjali ji. Please ask your question.
Good evening, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, you are
Hey,
audible.
Anjali, please ask.
Sir, my name is Anjali. Uh, Sir, I have a query related to how we can generate quality export leads.
Export quality export leads you can generate. First, you need to make a small, a business platform of yours, like a small website, or a list of products on a e-commerce website that are shipping already. Selling the products to overseas market. Once you list your products into those websites, then you can then you get queries and orders, and then you can start shipping.
Okay. Sir, currently we are using XMPD and trademark for collecting data, but we can generate quality leads.
Yes,
So, how
you
could you
can.
please?
Have you identified the market you are looking for? If you have identified
Sir,
market,
we want to export PVC conduit and fittings.
so for PVC conduit and fittings, I think the good market is Bangladesh, UAE, Malaysia, Vietnam, Far East and Southeast countries and Middle East countries, because these countries are growing up very, very rapidly, and the production capability from India may be meeting their quality certifications, and then that may be a good market for you.
Okay.
Try to visit those country websites, the trade commissions and the people and there are many websites which are having the data, or the suppliers and the sellers of those websites. Then it might be a good connect for you.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we have Muhammad ji. Please ask your question, Mr. Muhammad. Good evening. Please ask your question. Please unmute him so that Mr. Mohammed can ask his question. Do we have somebody else who would like to ask your
Hello.
question? Okay,
Hello.
Mohammed, please
Good,
ask your question. Good evening.
sir. I have asked the question on the chat box. Sir. That is my question. Hello,
Yes, please, you are audible. You can ask your question.
sir. I asked that can we use the foreign countries e-commerce websites for creating account for dropshipping?
Yes,
How
you
can
can. Absolutely, you can use other countries' website to use your account and sell through their websites. Yes, that involves setting up your account there, listing up your products, agreeing to the terms and conditions, and this, yes, you can do it. You can definitely do it, because some of my clients, like myself, is buying many products from AliExpress, and then you can get some good quality products, and you have to pay for the import duty that's applicable in India. For smaller shipments, you can ask them to send them through post or courier, which does not involve very heavy taxes and duties. For the starting, yes, it's a good platform.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
And once you scale up the business with these websites, then you can use alternative business, like the shipping through sea, or through containers. Then it's more is practical and saves cost for the customers. So for the starting, you can, yes, be a little more expensive, but sooner or later you can be more economical for them to get your regular generations from them. And yes, once you start shipping your orders, if you have any chance to communicate with the client, then ask them to give you a testimonial. If they like your product, then ask for a testimonial, and be sure to spread the testimonial across all the social media platforms, and also ask for the references from them. If they can to talk to their friends, families, their colleagues, office managers about your product, then maybe the other people get interested in buying your products.
sir, my proposed products are Ayurvedic tooth powders originated from our locality. That is
So
where is
there's a
the
huge, there's a
good
huge,
market
there's
for.
a, there's a huge demand for the Ayurveda tooth products and organic products in overseas market, and I'm sure sooner than later you will find some good export inquiries in your account.
Or can which countries can we specifically concentrate on this product?
Ayurveda products is not currently banned in any of the country, but yes, every country has their own food and quality testing products. If you sell the product to American market, then and you sell the same product to the Australian market or even the Chinese market, then these all companies have a different set of regulations where they check your products, and then only you may be able to sell to the final client. So make sure that your product matches their regulatory requirements. You can find out all the data on the websites you are trying to sell the products to.
Okay, sir. That e-commerce website, sir. Sure.
E-commerce websites will give you little information, but if you are trying to sell to a country like France, make sure to open the French website, the website of the France, and see what data they have available about your products exporting to France, say for France or for Germany or say Switzerland or for other countries. So be specific about what you are trying to sell and what set of regulations the importing country has regarding your products. Because if they don't meet the requirements, if your product don't meet the requirements, then you may not be able to sell the products.
Okay, sir.
I hope you have got your answer, Mohammed. So I would request anybody else who would like to ask, you can raise your hands now. Meanwhile, I can request Sachin. There are a few questions in the chat section, Sachin. If you can just have a glance through and you can see which are important ones and you like to answer right now.
Yes, someone wants to, Mr. Rishikesh Upadhyay wants to get some information about on the seeds. So, are you talking about exporting your seeds, or you are planning to import seeds from the other countries? Say, if you are planning to send your seeds to other countries, then there is a regulatory requirement for which you have to register your company. And for the importing of the seeds, if it's not banned or it's not prohibited, then you can definitely import the seeds.
Sir, is there any quality check in that country for test for one
Absolutely,
or
absolutely, absolutely. There's a strict quality controlling check for all the goods you send from India. But then again, if it's not food product, if it's not any organic skin product, then the quality control should be less. If the product is not for anything that's consuming by the body or being put on the body, then it's comparatively relaxed. Say for the copper, steel, and the other things, there might be a compliance for each and every country. Some countries have a higher standard of compliance because they are really really tough, and some countries might have a reduced quality of compliance. So once you plan to start to send, make sure you go through the compliance of that particular country. So is that answers your question? Now, again, another answer we have is Indian handicrafts products is done in B2B or B2C. It's a very interesting question. Indian handicrafts products can be sent in a B2B, that's business to business model, or B2C, that's business to consumer model, in both ways. If you are planning to sell to B2C, it's going to be little expensive because you send a less quantity of products. So your transportation cost, your cost of purchase, your other things will be higher. But once you plan to send into a B2B model like business to business, your company is selling to another company directly, then you may use alternative mode of shipping that are cheaper. Then your products gets more competitive, and your customer also tends to place bigger quantities with you. This question was raised by Mr. Arpit Thakkar. Have you got the answer? Okay, now I think Anjali ji has already got the answer for PVC pipes and fittings. Now there's another question. It's by Mr. Vedant Pawar. Sir, my question is how to know whether our products are meeting the international standard. I think I've already given you an answer on this. If you still not clear about your answer, then you can send the message and in a detailed manner, and we will answer to it. So another question by Mr. Sanjeev Setia, the list of the items which we can import and export, most of the items are similar. How do we create niche out of this? Yeah, this is a very good question. Some of the items that we import, we should be very specific about which country we are exporting from and what target market we have in India. So for the import products, you can always see the products which you are importing is definitely not making in India. There is the importers and the manufacturers are not there making the same product. So similarly for the products you are exporting, if when you are exporting the product, it should be different from what is being exported to a particular country. Say, for example, if a type of fabric or if a type of mug is being made in India as well as it is made in other foreign countries which you are trying to export, and then maybe there's a chance your product may be expensive because the other country is also making it. But if you have a database or if you have a price of how your product is faring in that country, and if your product is competitive, then you can have an edge over that product. So having the right knowledge of the prices of the product is a must before doing any type of foreign trade, maybe it export or import. Yes, another question by Vedant Pawar. Is there any organization or a website which we can use so that our products don't get rejected by the customers? Yes, there's a very good question. You can go to the customs website. Each and every country has got their own customs website. Like US has got their own customs website. Australia has got their own customs website, and many other countries have got their own customs website. Once you go to the website, read the content and out of it and relate it to your products, then and ship the products accordingly, then your products won't be rejected by the customers. And another question by Atik Rahmanji, is it possible to get payment first? Yes, always try get the payment first before shipping it, because once you ship the payment, once you get the ship the products and you didn't get the payment, then you can't follow up with the overseas clients. Yes, another question by Sanjeev Setia is how a return managed in drop shipping model. Understand that returns 15 to 20% on the online platforms. Yes, you have to make sure that the drop shipping method, your products are perfect. They are as per you have shown in the other websites. They are packed well. Once all the things are in place, then you may hope for a lower or nil returns. I think another question by Anjali ji is being answered to how you can generate quality leads. Another question by Muhammad ji is already answered. Yes, another question by Mr. Vikram. मैं पीतल की मूर्तियां एक्सपोर्ट करना चाहता हूं, क्या ये सही रहेगा? विदेशों में इसकी क्या डिमांड है? ये बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है आपका। पीतल की मूर्तियां इंडिया के अलावा कोई नहीं बनाता है। इनफैक्ट पीतल का काम केवल इंडिया में ही होता है। इसके अलावा कोई अगर पीतल का काम किसी और कंट्री में हो रहा है तो इंडिया से कम 2 या 3 गुना प्राइस पे बनता है। तो इंडिया में जो पीतल की मूर्तियां बनती हैं उनकी क्वालिटी और उनकी कॉस्ट बहुत कॉम्पिटिटिव होती है और आप इनका बिजनेस बहुत अच्छे से शुरू कर सकते हैं। आपको एक मार्केट अपनी एक ऑनलाइन एक अपनी रेंज बनानी है आपको प्रोडक्ट की और उस मार्केट में लॉन्च करना है जहां पे पीतल की मूर्तियों की डिमांड है। आपका बिजनेस बहुत अच्छे से बढ़ सकता है और बहुत जल्दी बढ़ेगा आपका बिजनेस। Another question by Ira Agarwal, what inspired you to start a handicraft business? Yes, this is a very good question. I started my handicraft business 29 and a half years back. Then 15 years back, I started my own company, Agarwal's Export and Import Company. I am a founder of the company. I am also managing another company. Now, Agarwal's Export and Import is a country which is dealing only into the export business. Recently, 5 years back, we started another venture by called as a Lisija Decorations. I am also a director into the company. we are looking at the domestic sales, which is into the B2B and B2C model and D2C model. There's the direct to customers for on the handicraft business through our other companies. So we are doing export and as well as the domestically. So we are also importing our handicraft goods from South African countries and China and shipping into domestic market depending upon the type of products we are selling and what our clients are demanding from us. Yes, EBITDA, you can another question by Sudhakaran ji. Miss Pavitra shall contact EBITDA. Yes, you can contact EBITDA. That's the agricultural website. You before you start any business, always tend to consult your export promotion council or the agency that's dealing in your products. Yes, you can always get my question contact details from Anjali ji, from Sonia ji. No problem. You can always come back to me for any doubts you may have, any queries you may have. We are always here to clear the doubts for you. Yes, you can always yes. So here are the details of the UDYAMITA helpline. The email address is noted, the link is noted, the membership link is noted, the mobile number is noted. Yes, another very good question by Jay Kumar Parla. Sir, I am planning to export dairy products like cheese, milk powder. Is in any particular country where it has good demand? It's a very good question. Milk powder and Indian cheese is made with a very, very high quality cow milk and buffalo milk. For looking at a particular country, whereas you have a good demand, yes, you have very good demand in country like Nepal and Bangladesh and Tibet and nearby countries, and also in Southeast Asia where you get lot of milk products sold over there. For more details, you can you can I can get back to you on this. Yes, definitely. Yes, I can always add you to my LinkedIn address. Please contact me on my personal window. You have grains. Another question by Sushma Gupta. We have grains and rice. We want to sell it to the Middle East. How do we know who wants it? Yes, you can figure out the country and pinpoint the Middle Eastern country where you want to sell your grains and rice. After you figure out the country where you want to sell their products, go into the database, get the database of the clients importing grains and rice. There's a whole lot of database available online, and there are so many websites, and even the local trade promotion councils, local trade fairs websites are there, and a lot of information is available online. So if you want to sell your product to a particular country, yes, you can find this information online. Or if you want us to help you, you can always send a message to us, and we will try to provide you as much as we can. Yes, you can make drop shipping business in USA from India. Yes, you can do it. You have to find a e-commerce website who is doing the shipping from India to USA. And yes, you can do it. Thank you so much. This is a really lovely comment. eBay के लिए कोई बेस्ट प्रोडक्ट बताइए सर जो आपका ख्याल में हो अभी. हाँ, eBay के लिए मेरे पास बहुत अच्छे प्रोडक्ट्स हैं. आपका सवाल बहुत अच्छा है. मेरे पास एक पूरा एक लिस्ट है जिसमें आप अपने यूनिक प्रोडक्ट्स आप लिस्ट कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि जैक फ्रूट प्रोडक्ट्स आर वेरी वेरी इन गुड डिमांड इन ओवरसीज मार्केट. जैक फ्रूट, you understand? So because it's a very good substitute for meat, especially vegan and vegetarian market in Europe and USA. Yes, Europe and USA are buying a lot of jackfruits from India. Jackfruit chips, canned jackfruit flour. And the target markets are Germany, UK, and USA. So you can list your jackfruit products over eBay. And yes, even handmade soaps made with exotic ingredients are in big demand. Then bamboo products are in big demand. Ayurvedic health supplements are in big demand. Vintage and upcycled furniture. That's old and recycled furniture which has been used for old ages, and then you redo it, refurnish it, put the fresh layer of paint, do some work on it. It's and this very sustainable and unique home decor. The target markets are France, Sweden, and South Korea. Now, India has got a huge production of regional superfoods that's being consumed by the health conscious people. Moringa power, baobab fruit power, tinger nuts. So you can use all these. Then India has got a very unique textiles, and yes, there's a herbal tea, natural dyes. Yes, you can use a lot of products over eBay. और किस देश में ज़्यादा डिमांड है? हाँ, हमारे इंडियन प्रोडक्ट्स की हर देश में डिमांड है। बस आपको अपना एक प्रोडक्ट आइडेंटिफाई करना है और उसको प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करना है। आपके पास हर देश से इंक्वायरीज आएंगी। Cactus powder. Yes, cactus powder is very good because in India there's the conditions are very good for the cactus powder. So for the particular demand in for the cactus powder, this is a very particular question. You may send an email to my helpline, and yes, I will get back to you on this definitely. And spices are saturated market now? No. Spices has never been a saturated market now because more and more restaurants and fast food chains across the world are using Indian spices. Now, the Indian spices is a mix of original spices, herbs, and that's a very native to the India. So now with the latest technologies, the production is going up, the quality is getting better, and a lot of people over across the world are using Indian foods. So the spices for the Indian so the demand for the Indian spices is going to be there forever. Just find out a particular market you want to sell, and make a list of the spices which you want to sell. I'm sure you get a good success into this. Any other questions, Sonia ji?
Thank you so much, Sachinji. I don't see anybody asking any further questions, I think, and it was like quite a much for, uh, putting in your mind for today, I think. And so once again, I would like to tell all the participants, even though you feel you have missed on something, you can write it to us and we'll get you directly in touch with Sachinji as per his availability. And we will also be putting this recording on our channel on Udmita Helpline. So whenever you want, you can rewatch it, you can understand it again. And then also you wish to ask anything, please get in touch. So we have pinned all our numbers, email ID, everything. It's just that we need to depend on Sachinji's availability. So once our team member gets in touch with you, we'll make sure your query is being answered and acknowledged. So you don't need to worry on that. Sachinji, would you like to conclude the session? You'd like to say something on this,
I'm
please?
more than happy. I'm more than happy to answer if you any of your queries. Just shoot an email or send a WhatsApp message or anything. I am available 24/7, except for when I'm traveling out of India. Whenever I'm in India, I always make some time to answer all my questions and answers. Only because when I travel outside of India, the time zone changes. There are so many meetings lined up, so many people to meet, and you always have less time when you go out of India. Otherwise, I'm available in India. So time is not of essence, and I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions anytime.
So thank you so much. I'd like to conclude the session here by really being thank you, grateful from all my heart, from our entire team of Udmita Helpline, and also from the participants. I would like to thank you for being there with us today and spending your time, being so patient and calmly answering and attending every query and question of the participants. It's the information and the presentation you shared with us was actually very valuable. Your insights and knowledge on the topic, like after there are a lot of people who don't enter this market, there's a fear of it in even understanding it, but you made every step so clear, and I'm sure it's going to help and encourage lot of MSMEs and new entrepreneurs who would like to, go on this journey. So thank you so much, Sachinji, for being there with us, and we look forward to have you, more of you, in fact, in more
Absolutely.
seminars with us. So
Absolutely.
please do leave in your comments and feedbacks, and we get back to you again. We get to see you all. So thank you, all the participants, and thank you, Sachinji. Thank you.